I'm Paul Schiff Berman, professor at the George Washington University, and formerly the university's vice provost for online education and academic innovation. As vice provost, I supervised over 100 online degree and certificate programs, so I learned firsthand what works and what doesn't in online education. I'd like to share with you now my thoughts about Mytonomy's microlearning platform and why I believe it works so well. First, Mytonomy's healthcare education is presented in short video segments, usually only 1 to 3 minutes. Neuroscientists and educators have shown that the human brain can only focus for short periods of time, and so smaller chunks are far easier for the brain to process and remember. By presenting short, digestible, relevant, and interactive learning resources that can be applied right away, Mytonomy reaches patients who might otherwise become disengaged. Second, learners receive the information when they are ready for it. This is especially important in the healthcare context. After all, when you're in a doctor's office and you've just learned you have a disease or you need a procedure, is that really the best time for you to get a stack of paper explaining your condition? What about when you get to the hospital and you have to sign long sets of consent forms while you're terrified? Or after the procedure, when you're woozy and anxious to go home? Are you really going to listen to lots of aftercare instructions? Of course not. In fact, neuroimaging research shows that when people are feeling stress, the brain's learning circuits are actually disrupted. Learning simply won't happen. With Mytonomy, patients and their loved ones receive the information precisely when they're most ready to process it. Third, Mytonomy offers variety and novelty. The brain actually responds to novelty. Dopamine is released and sends a signal to the brain to pay attention. That's why if you're just watching someone like me lecture to you with just my face on the screen, you'll tune it out pretty quickly. Now, isn't this better? Mytonomy microlearning deploys different modalities of learning: direct address by medical providers, stories from patients, animations, simulations, conversations, and so on. Each microlearning segment is novel and therefore stimulates the brain to keep listening and keep learning. Fourth, microlearning increases cumulative knowledge. Educational studies have shown that by grouping small learning segments together, microlearning allows information to be repeated and re-emphasized, which leads to far greater information retention over time. In one study, students who were given materials in shorter iterative segments with multiple learning cycles actually learned and retained over 20% more than those who did not. Finally, Mytonomy's microlearning content is available anytime, anywhere, and on any device. After all, nothing else matters if patients don't watch. So the educational material needs to be easily accessible for patients to view over and over, whenever and wherever they want. Essentially, by making it easy, stimulating, and enticing, Mytonomy's microlearning drives patient engagement and knowledge retention. It's quite simply a whole new way of helping patients become informed about their condition and become active participants in their own care.